Hi guys, welcome and welcome back. In this video I'm gonna show you how to make a double applique large patch. So if that is something you're interested in, do keep on watching. We are in embrilliance stitch artist and I'm gonna use stitch artist level 3. Alright, so to do this project I am going to use the 5x7 hoop because this is gonna be a large patch and it's gonna be a double applique patch. Now this method can be used to make the double applique mama designs or senior designs that you could put on a sweatshirt. However, you have to make some tweaks. In this video I'm going to show you how to make a patch. So if you're interested in how to make the double applique for like a sweatshirt or a shirt, please let me know in the comment section. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go up here to where you see this little fan. It looks like a fan. I'm going to click on it. When you click on it, you're going to see all the levels that you have paid for. Okay, so I'm using Stitch Artist level 3. So it means then my screen is gonna look a little bit more different. It's gonna have a little bit more icons on it. Now to do this project, I am going to go over to my left where you see this double T. I'm going to click on it. When I click on it, I'm going to type the word that I'm going to use for this project. I'm going to type the word senior, and this font that I'm going to use is called Holly Jolly. Now to see the fonts that you have, you could just go ahead and go down and you'll see all the fonts that are available on your computer. So I'm just going to click OK because that's the one that I'm going to use. Now I'm going to zoom up because I wanted to see what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just stretch out this font a little bit more. And what I'm going to do, so to stretch it out, I just use the boxes that are on the side that will allow it to be proportional. The other thing I'm gonna do, since this is gonna be an applique style design, I am going to click on the S and I'm gonna just shift it over a bit. So I'm just clicking on each of the letters and just using my arrow on my computer just to shift it over, because I need that space in between the letters so that when I put my satin stitch there, it does not overlap. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna Control A and I'm gonna select everything, and I am going to just go ahead and size it to the size that I need. Remember that this is going to have another layer on it. So when I do this, this is what I'm gonna have. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and change this artwork, because when you type the word in, these doesn't have stitches as yet, it's just an artwork. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to change the artwork to a run stitch. Now to get it to be a run stitch, you're gonna go up to where you see stitch, where I'm hovering. It's the second icon. I'm going to click on it to run. When I do that, it's gonna give me run stitches. All of these are run stitches. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to duplicate the stitches that I have on my paper. So this is a run stitch. It's gonna default to a 2.5 millimeter. That is okay for me. The next thing I'm gonna do with everything selected, because if you look over here on my objects panel, you're gonna see that everything is selected. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to go over to my top menu bar. You're going to go to the fifth icon, which is the copy, and then the sixth icon, which is the paste. I'm going to paste it. When I paste it, it's gonna give me another run stitch of the same color. I don't want it to be the same color, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change the color to a different color, by clicking the color on the side, and you're going to see another window pop up. I'm going to click on it, and then the color that I need, I'm gonna press OK. Now you see that I have two of the same things, but I have two different colors. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and press paste again because I need another one, and this one is going to be my satin border. So if you look on my objects panel, you're going to see the first one I did, which is a run stitch. The second one, which is another run stitch, which is green. And then the third one is another run stitch, but I'm going to change it from a run stitch to a satin edge. So I'm gonna go up here, so I'm gonna change it to a satin border. So that you're gonna go to stitch, and the third icon is a satin border. I'm gonna click on it, and you're going to see that it makes a satin border. Now for my satin border, I'm gonna go down to my properties panel, and I'm gonna make some changes. So here it's giving me a width of 3.5 millimeter. I am okay with it being a 3.5 millimeter because this is a patch and it's gonna have a double run at the back, on the outer edge, so I'm good with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to the second icon where you could adjust the underlay for the satin border. So I don't need a edge run, so I'm going to take that off. I'll just leave it as a parallel and a zigzag. Alright, so let me see what a parallel and a zigzag looks like. Okay, so that's what it looks like. I think I am just going to change it to just a zigzag. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to change it to just a zigzag. Alright, this way I save some stitches. So this is what it looks like. Okay, now that we have this, what I could do, I could actually go ahead and change that color. I like having a color for all of them. Okay, so this is what we have. If you're making just an applique design for a shirt, you would stop at this step. This is the exact thing that you will need to make an applique design. Alright, so because we're not making an applique design, what we're making is a double applique patch. I am going to have to go ahead and make it into a patch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my first run stitch on my page, and I am gonna go here and I'm going to go up to path, and I'm going to tell it to create an outline from the stitches on this page. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna click on that. If you go to the bottom, you're gonna see that it created an outline. Then I'm going to tell it to inflate those outlines. So I'm gonna go to the last icon in the path, I'm gonna click on it, and I'm going to just inflate that outline to about 8 millimeters, and I'm going to tell it to remove the holes, and I'm gonna press OK. When you do that, it's gonna look like nothing happened. It's gonna look jumbled and out of shape. All you have to do is go to this icon in the path where it says union, create objects to compass all areas. You're going to click on that. When it clicks on the union, you're going to go to the bottom, and you're going to see that that union is there. So what I'm going to do, that outline that I created, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to press shift, and I'm going to select that outline. Remember, we made an outline from the pages, and I'm going to delete it. The one that I'm interested in is this last one. Now it looks like it still made some inside marks, which I don't need, so I'm going to click on those, and I'm going to delete holes. See that? So inside it there is it created this piece, right? And I'm going to tell it to delete the holes. So just left click and delete holes. Okay, so now this is what it looks like. You'll see that it has a outline on the outside. Now that outline, that union at the bottom, I'm just going to look at the nodes to see if they're okay. They look fine to me. It's a bit right here, but I'm gonna work with it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to change that artwork, because it is an artwork, to a run stitch. Now when I do that, I am going to change the color to a green. I'm gonna press OK, and then I'm going to make another copy of this. So I'm gonna go over to my top menu bar, the fifth icon, remember, we're gonna copy, and then we're gonna paste another one, and I'm going to change the color. Okay, so now both of these are run stitches with a 2.5 millimeter, and I actually need another one, so I'm going to paste again. You see another one comes up. I'm going to change the color, and that last one I'm actually going to change the color, the run stitch, to a satin border. So when I change it to a satin border, I'm going to look at the properties. This time I'm going to keep the underlay. Remember, the underlay is the second icon, as parallel zigzag, and I think I'm going to increase the width to about 4. So where it says width, you're going to see a slider. I'm going to change it to 4. I just like my last satin border to be thick. Now what I'm going to do to make this patch into a to have a clean finish, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead, and this run stitch that I did first, I'm going to copy it and I'm gonna paste it. Okay, I'm gonna press copy and I'm gonna paste. That one I'm going to move to the first stitch that is going to be stitched. So I'm gonna click on it and I'm gonna move it up. I'm gonna keep moving it until it gets to the first stitch. It's right here. I'm working now on my objects panel. I'm going to click on it, move it all the way up to the first stitch. Now I do it like this because sometimes it gives me trouble to when I right click and say move up earlier, it doesn't. So that's gonna be my first stitch. I'm also going to need another run stitch that comes after this one. So I'm going to paste again, because remember we just copy and paste. So I'm gonna paste again, and another one is gonna come at the bottom. I'm going to move it up to the second stitch. So I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna move it up by just clicking and dragging. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna drag it up. Remember, we're gonna take it to this, to the second stitch right here. There you go. And I'm gonna change the color. Remember, always change your color, because what it does, it tells your machine to stop each time. Now this is what we have, and this is actually ready. I'm going to press Ctrl A, and I'm going to go to utilities, and I'm going to center in the hoop. Also, I'm going to take it down a little bit. I'm going to go back to utilities, and I'm going to center in my hoop. Now this is what you are going to have. At this point it has 18,341 stitches. That's a lot of stitches. And this is how the patch is going to do. So I'm gonna take you now to show you how it's stitched out. Okay guys, so these are the materials you're gonna need for this project. I'm gonna use my 505 spray, my 5x7 hoop. I'm going to use glitter. This is Make Market glitter. I'm going to use cutaway stabilizer. I'm going to use black. I'm also going to use Heat and Bond Ultra. This is the red one. See, the red one. That's the one I'm going to use. I'm going to use felt. Now this is optional. Depends on how the texture of the patch that you want. If you want it to be stiff or not, you could use felt. I'm going to use felt. I'm going to use black felt, and I'm going to use my trusty Badgemaster heavyweight. So I'm going to show you how you should go ahead and do this project. The first thing I'm going to do is hoop my stabilizer. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to hoop the stabilizer with the felt. Remember, the stabilizer goes to the back, and I'm going to put my felt over it. You could use your 505 spray to keep it flat. Okay. So it's hooped. Gonna ensure that it is stiff, and I'm going to just tighten the hoop as much as I can, because that is very, very important. File by touching that little USB hub. This is the file that we did. Oh, it's telling me it's extreme because it's on 4x4, so I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna press set. I'm gonna press embroider. Ooh, that's a long time. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start to do this. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to take off the carrier sheet from off the glitter. This is one of my favorite glitters, I'm gonna be honest. This one is the Make Market brand. I hope I cut enough. It doesn't look like it. I did. Okay. Oops. Guys, it shifted when I was putting it on. It has a belly. right, so this is gonna take a little bit, so I'm just gonna let it go, and I'm gonna go ahead. It's gonna do the top down for this one. I don't want the same thing to happen, so I'm gonna hold it down. Okay guys, it is done. I'm going to take it off. Not done, but I'm gonna show you the next steps. So this is what it looks like. So cute. I'm gonna take it to the table and show you what to do next. All right guys, so we're gonna clean this up. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take off the glitter from the top. All right, what I'm gonna do, instead of ripping this, you could go ahead and rip it, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually cut it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this off the hoop, and instead of tearing it, I'm gonna actually cut it. Okay guys, so this is what you will have. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to hoop it back. I'm gonna hoop back the, so I'm gonna get my plastic and I'm going to hoop it. You're gonna hoop it just as how you hoop a stabilizer. Now I'm gonna do the placement stitch. You're gonna do now is you're going to spray the back of the patch. Then you're gonna take it out and you're going to place it in that hoop right there. See that? Gonna place it in there. Exactly. Please ensure that it's in the correct place. Alright. And then you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna stitch it. So this is the final satin border. It's gonna do the final stitch. All right guys, so it's done. All I need to do is to push it out. And this is the final result. All I need to do is just clean it up. Need to clean it up. I'm going to take off the plastic. Remember, you can't put the heat and bond ultra on the back without the plastic being off. See, that comes off. Now this is what you're going to have. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to just press this down so the HTV stays. Ensure that you clean up the inside of the letters. And I'm going to just press this down and just clean up the edge, even though okay guys, this is the final result of the patch that we have just made. It's kind of still hot. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Remember, at the back you're going to put the heat and bond ultra. If you're gonna make it an iron-on patch, you put the heat and bond ultra. All right guys, please let me know what you think of this tutorial and give me a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe, turn on the post notification bell so you'll be notified each time I make a video. Until we meet, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.